Yeah, I had too many allies in this one. I mean, I just like, meh, come. It's a bit of a faff. I was doing that a lot in the last game. Oh, we've already got trades with a lot of these people anyway. Interestingly, actually, let's... we were looking at this a lot yesterday. So these guys, they're protectorates, they're not vassals. So they get like an 80% discount, right? Oh, bloody hell. When we first made them a protectorate, because when it gets to 50% of our techs, they turn into vassals. They get an 80% discount on everything we researched. Bearing in mind, we've researched everything. Oh, the Leviathan's dead. I think we've got the fortress to do. I knew that one was a little bit more complicated than just simply... Do we, actually? Oh, somebody else might have dealt with it by the looks of things. Oh no, it's over there. It's not my territory, so I don't know if that makes a big difference. Oh, maybe they have already dealt with it. It looks like they've done something with it, right? Let me ask the curators. They all know. I mean, like, if I gave them a bunch of minerals, I don't know if they would use it. Hang on. 80% and 30 something from domination tradition. Well, yeah, I'm guessing we've got... What's the 30? You got $30. Is that what you're... 30 money? I know you get extra tribute. Some areas go crazy with mega structures. I mean, we did that last time, so we never bothered this. I mean, this is the thing. I was thinking about... I could just go crazy with habitats, right? No point. I don't feel the need to make myself any more powerful, right? Now, we do have the better AI mod on. So, let's assume the AI has their shit together. Except, you know, they just had 150 years where they were being really stupid. My question is, if I give them a bunch of minerals, would they put them to good use? Or would they waste it? Is there any way of knowing if they're at that thingy cap? If they're at their fleet caps already? Probably not, is there? Alright, I'm just going to go through these while we're waiting. I don't think I necessarily... That's giving everybody 10,000 minerals. Not that we can actually afford to do that with everybody. Yeah, let's make sure we give research agreements to everyone. At least everyone in our federation anyway. Or at least the people who like us. I don't know how I got this ordered. They may be out on near Monaco. That would be my assumption. Is that at least the people in my federation anyway. It's not like we're losing loads in wars. They haven't got exactly many places to... So it's like, I kind of imagine, yeah, that's not going to really help. But the research will help, of course. Hello! Who is that? Merrick. Thank you ever so much for the follow. Really appreciate it. Considering this thrilling gameplay.
Another day.
Who was I going to check? No more science. More science. Let's get another leader if we can, because then we can get an admiral. And we'll name it after Merrick. Well, yeah. Sure, why not? I mean, I know we've got the random list and stuff, but it's getting confusing now who... If I was normally naming stuff, I like to name people. Barely Competent, love the channel name. Had to follow the mediocrity. I am actually quite proud of the name. I'm terrible at naming stuff normally. But yes. And you might appreciate, I might be going over the top of this, but all my series and stuff, I have been going like, oh, this is a barely competent citizen union. And we're the barely competent people. It is quite funny in events, actually. Our race is now competent, actually. When we evolved, I decided to call them competent instead of just barely competent. But it was quite funny getting them all the events pop up and says, having that as a name. It still makes me giggle. You'd think after a couple of months, the joke would wear thin. I think I have to double check. Why can I not see? I'm using Streamlabs. A lot of stuff doesn't update. And you know, I've got this little target down in the corner over there. Over there on the upper side of the screen. And I can't read it. It's too bloody small on any of my screens. Or maybe my eyes are getting bad. I suppose I can see, but we're one away from getting the 50 followers now. I've no idea why I've had this target on here for ages. For the last couple of months anyway. I mean, you've still got to get the average viewers, and the amount of viewers we've got at the moment is going to do wonders for the average viewers. Although I have been streaming. I think the first couple of hours were pretty quiet. But yeah, I had to... Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's nowhere on the Streamlabs OBS page that tells you what your follower numbers is. Average viewer. I'll double check while we've got it open. It's not like we're massively busy. I'm kind of yeah, I think even the whatchamacallit page you need to update. Let's go look at my stats. So I'm on 2.5 for this month, and that doesn't include... What day is it? It's Friday, isn't it? Also, yeah, one way you've got to get affiliate. Be right back. Yeah, I didn't particularly want to... I know a lot of people... You can kind of... I mean, I could force the issue. I haven't told most of my friends, or I say friends as in people I haven't really seen in ages, that I'm doing this. So I was actually going to do that Arthur affiliate, get the numbers up. But I kind of want to get like a core of people who actually just want to... who enjoy me for my content. Who actually enjoy watching, rather than just add us some... Yeah, we'll give you a hand, but they never actually watch. Oh! Oh? Hang on a minute. I just had an... Hang on a minute. I just had an achievement pop.
Hello.
Hello! Has to be typical for the 50th person. Neo I am? Am I pronouncing that right? Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. Affiliate is big though, gives you more options and things to do with the channel. Yeah, no, I understand that. I think I'm kind of, I don't know, 100% could be completely wrong, but I've kind of going with the longer term. My idea was the longer term strategy of having the kind of consistent, I don't know, rather than simply rushing numbers. I saw somebody else who kind of saw me on Twitter, whatever, came and followed me. He was chatting to me for a while, and he went and I followed him because if somebody makes the effort to come and chat for a little bit, I'll have a go and have a look at their channels. I try to only follow people I feel like we might have similar audiences. That's the attitude I've gone with. Anyway, he became affiliate within a week, but then he's I mean, I'm not gonna, obviously that's what a lot of people do, and I can understand why. Just not the strategy I went for. So this is the thing as well. I noticed the other thing, of course, as far as the average viewers go, Because the thing is, obviously, I'm not doing myself any favours, right? So let's have a look at the last 30 days. So you only need to, like, what? Stream for, like, 8 hours over, like, and 7 separate days. Oh, why is this paused? I didn't have that screen up, sorry. Scientists gained a trait. You are now carefree. What does that mean? Oh, right. I thought it was a negative trait, like you don't care anymore. Yeah, where am I on my average viewers? Yeah, last 30 days, I'm on 2.5. It's already given me an average today. 8.41 hours. Is that really how long I've been? It's not entirely up to date. Congrats on the 50. Thank you ever so much. I kind of feel like there should be more fanfare. I was going to actually, I hit the average 3 viewers a little while back. I had taken a week off while I was rejigging stuff. Oh. But then it's been a while now. I mean, that's kind of cool. That's really cool. The average view is definitely trending in the right direction though. 50 hype. I'll definitely be making a shout of that on Twitter. So yeah, just the average viewers. I'm on 2.5 for the last 30 days. The thing I'm not entirely doing myself any favours for. I had 70 new followers in the last 30 days. Hang on. The thing where I'm not doing myself any favours. Time streamed. I streamed for 142 hours in the last... Oh, thank you very much for the host. Greatly appreciated. Yeah, the thing I'm not doing myself any favours for is the fact that I've streamed for the last 142 hours in the last 30 days, which of course is obviously a lot easier to get the average if you don't stream quite as much. Or you can fiddle it a bit. Anyway, let's we're having 10 viewers at the moment. Like I say, I've been going for... Oh god, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. And well, I streamed from 5. As soon as we've got a bunch of extra people while we're here, and we're not terribly busy. Just waiting for... Oh, let's renew this. Somebody want to go to war? You do. Yeah, let me take a second to like plug my channel then while we're here. Tell you all about. So I stream basically Monday to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 5 to 11. That's GMT or British Summer Time. I've gone running over tonight because we're coming to the end of this series. And then Saturday and Sunday I tend to do in the afternoon on the UK time. There is a bunch of information down below with links to Twitter and whatnot. And I do, if you ever want to catch up, I do export. I try to upload my videos onto YouTube. I cut it up into 1 hour chunks so people can catch up that way as well. I was going to say I've been going for 8 hours, but no, I haven't. I've been going for 9 hours. Oh god, there's a little clock up here. There's me trying to do maths. I'm thinking, what time did I start? What time is it now? I keep doing this silly thing. I did this with the Warhammer. Sorry, I just want to double check that I can't... Right, that war's still going on, right? So I can't ask to subjugate them or anything like that. Yep. Sure.
A declaration of war has been announced.
Let's just send a couple of feet over here, I guess. Barely competent math. Oh god. You know what the annoying thing is? I'm actually pretty good at maths. It's, I don't know. I've noticed a few times, there's something about being on stream, I guess having this constant stream of consciousness, saying it out, it just makes me want to just flump it. I guess it's trying to work it out while I'm talking. I don't know. It's also 2 o'clock in the morning. I normally notice if I go on... So yeah, we've gone 3 hours over so far. I definitely do notice. One of the reasons we did this with Warhammer. When I was playing Total War Warhammer 2, we finished off our last campaign. And... Oh, we're at war with these guys as well. Hang on. Similar kind of situation. We're doing a 5 to 11 stream. It was on a Wednesday though. And it was like, oh, I'm sure we're only a couple of hours away from finishing. Turns out we had way more to go. It ended up being 4 o'clock in the morning. It really put me out of whack for the rest of the week. That was my first night of the week streaming. So I kind of said to myself, I've got a schedule for a reason. When I first started, I didn't really have a schedule. I was just kind of really tinkering and playing around and stuff. I quite often, it'd be like, I just kind of stream in the same ways I would play games. Because like, if I was just playing this myself and I wasn't trying to stream, it's like, yeah, I know I'm not thinking it straight because I'm quite tired. It doesn't really matter, I still carry on playing, it doesn't impact my gaming. But I notice it a lot more when I'm trying to talk. I lose... If you're watching the entire stream, you'll notice by this point that I lose track of my words. I forget what words I'm going to say, lose my train of thought. So I kind of said to myself, it's like, the schedule is not... It's not only there so that people know when I'm going to be streaming, it should really be there for myself. If I was 10 years younger, I could probably recover better. Although 10 years younger, you're basically juggling in your brain. Yeah. And fatigue is going to be there. Yeah. And like I say, if it was 10 years ago, 10 years ago would have made me 11. Yeah. So we're going to go with the... Sure, if I tell all you guys that I'm 21, that becomes like canon, right? Barely competent commentary. You know what? I'm just saying realistic expectations, you know, with that name. That's all it was. I kind of like the tongue-in-cheek nature of it all. But it's also kind of like, let's not... You ain't getting the pro players here. 21. You'd be amazed. It's like my instant reaction when somebody asks me how old I am. I don't know, at some point I train my brain to say it. Just automatic response, 21. And I've been doing that for the last 10 years. But you'll be amazed how long it still works, how often it works. And people go, oh, okay. And I'm like, really? You're just going to accept that? Maybe people are just really gullible. I forget we got territory over here. Right, you guys go with that away. Let's have a look. What are we actually trying to achieve? Old enough to know better. Yeah. We're staying up too late. It's not school night. Well, I guess it is kind of a school night. Friday's a silly night as well, because I was like... I'll stream in the evenings, but then on Saturday I stream in the afternoons, Saturday and Sunday. I kind of figured I could at least give myself the evenings off then. I did used to stream every day of the week, but then Mondays and Tuesdays were always incredibly quiet. And because I do try to get all the streams up on YouTube, and it's more just a process of time. If there was ever an issue, I could just get into a backlog, and wasn't giving myself any time to kind of catch up or really look through mods and stuff like that, like plan out anything, do any other little bits and pieces. I gave myself Monday and Tuesdays off, generally, which I'm having second guesses about. I think maybe just a couple of bad Mondays and Tuesdays might have
another day,
unfairly
another
put me off.
scientific breakthrough.
We'll see. Always a work in progress. I think I might even say that on my in my description down below somewhere. I think it's on my YouTube description. I said it's always a work in progress, constantly. Although it's much about philosophy of always trying to get better. It's actually kind of worse in I say Warhammer. There's always there's a fair amount of loading screens there. You don't normally get this much of a slow period. And help the game's closed. Do you reckon we've got the end game crisis yet? For a moment, I mean, I don't care if they're building these constructions, but I honestly thought for a second then, here we go. Oh, we've encountered some aliens. Where? We've discovered aliens in our home system. It's not even going to take a month, right? It should take a day. I was going to say, what's this strange ship here? It's like, oh, they're my allies. I am researching the project. Did I not click the button? No, I'm researching it. Finishes in 1 month. Oh, it's less than that. I have to remember there's a delay.
Special project.
Here we go.
Completed.
Freebooters. We made first contact with the Zlek freebooters, a nomadic civilization. They occupy a number of large space stations. Where? In the Sigawa system. Hang on a minute. There is no Zeltec central government to speak of. Instead, they are divided into several. Are they just marauders? Outsiders, we need a Zeltec. Unlike the civilized star nations of the galaxy, we have no single. Is that meant to be yes? I'm sure you weren't saying tires for some reason. Of course, I guess they've... That's really funny. They've just been hidden behind here because they've got this, I guess the 150 years too late to be relevant. Wow. Yeah. Because they're behind this, the Fallen Empire. Just kind of stuck away in this corner a little bit. Why did it not count as having territory? Oh, they should do, right? They have borders. Oh, there we go. They popped in. God, you could have had a different colour to your neighbours, right? I've already destroyed 2 of your kind. I did have it on random. This is why I liked having it on random, actually. I mean, I could jump over there and pop them and send a scientist. But I've got all the tech. I've actually gone through like 2 of these already. And I know they did have certain techs. But I mean, I'm not going to get any actual techs from them. Like you're saying, they're no longer really relevant. Look at this. Look at all this tier 3 tech. Level 2 hyperdrives? God, I remember when these guys were like, one of those ones. Because we had ones over here. Which we just went and destroyed. I'm kind of happy just let them be, you know. Oh, recruits officers. Well, I don't... The problem is, I don't know... We did get a free one, actually. Problem was, they weren't really as good as ours. They died. In fact, actually, it's funny. Fiona, who's now our leader, who's been a really thing... When, we had loads of cool events by being on their border. We actually got, like, a free... We found a free general, basically. We should maybe keep one eye on this war, I suppose. Shouldn't we? Oh, let's get our other fleets over here. Let's have a... Hang on. Let me have a look. It'd be nice to know. I really want an overview. If anybody knows of a mod where there's an overview, we can easily see who has claims. Oh, do I want any more claims? Yeah, I do. Because I'm tired of constantly going to war with these people. I think it's time. I'm really more just looking at contiguous borders more than anything else. We kind of link up our territory with our allies over here. I might try and remember to add more claims, and in fact, with that in mind, let's go to our... I should totally make claims when we're not at war. I only ever think about it when I'm at war. Let's go to our edicts and get the will to power. Let's really max out our influence. Let's make this the last war. As best we can. And in fact, yeah, let's I wasn't going to bother sending all my fleets over here, but let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's just get it done and dusted. Oh, we need a new leader. Do we have any new? We don't have any leader slots. How far? Ah, I forgot we got a spare admiral. He was following on the Federation fleet. Cool. I've completely forgotten where I've sent all my fleets. Right, you jump over there. You guys should really go up this way. Oh, you guys are all here. Oh, right, I selected the wrong fleet, didn't I? Let's get you in here. We invaded these territories like 3 times or so. And we really do it on behalf of these. It's only when we kind of took a lot of this territory. Of course we could, because of the gateways counted as adjacent. So what didn't cost us ridiculous amounts for distance. Boom, boom. Do you want to go chase that fleet down? Actually, you're going to struggle. Well, you're going to struggle against even this. It hasn't got the range though, has it? Oh, and we do actually have a fleet coming here, so let's get you guys to wait here. What's this? And can we destroy it? Yeah, I think something's weird actually. I noticed these before. I wonder if they have to be... We never had an event pop for these. Right, you're in here. I don't remember telling you to come over here, Colossus. Was that a...
Commencing planetary incursion
A
initiative.
psychosomatic response. Although we had issues with the planet Kraken, especially if we destroyed a planet which was which we claimed the planet or system, and then we destroyed the planet, which I thought was fair game. We claimed it, we had conquered it. No, we hadn't conquered the planet, but then it still remained as a negative modifier here. It was really annoying. It was really tedious. So it makes me hesitant to really bother destroying any planets, unless we're going to destroy all of them, which I guess is always a possibility. Let's get... I want more fleets. Not fleets, but armies is the one I'm thinking of. Just so we can like invade more places simultaneously. I'm not gonna... Again, I want to keep hold of desperate measures. I want to be able to do that in my back pocket. Can you... What would it take for you to get over here? Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, go for that. It won't take you that long. Right, you're going there. Hang on, I feel like... Maybe they're just travelling. Yeah, I was going to say, there's definitely some fleets I haven't given commands to. Let's get you down this way, I guess. What about you? Yeah, you're still all the way over here. Oh, you have to go through there anyway. Oh, just come up this way. You can attack from under here, I guess. And that's everybody moving except for your busy sleeping. Where the hell are you going? Oh, you're merging with somebody. Fine, that's done. Oh, I guess yeah, that's gone down. No, the acceptance has gone down because we made loads of claims. Let's you know, there was totally something I was talking about, wasn't there? Something to do with the channel. I can't remember. And it was like, oh no, let me actually just do this war a little bit. At least get some ships moving. Totally distracted. Sorry, it happens. Let's get you to jump over here. Have you actually claimed our system now? Planet? No. No, I can see from there, but we don't have to worry about jumping. Moving about here. Gonna move you over here. What's your plan for your next run? Yeah, I'm gonna do... No, 100% know what I'm doing for my next run. It's gonna be machine exterminators. We're gonna destroy... I want something nice and simple. I was thinking about... I definitely want something simple. We don't want any allies, don't want any subjects. I just want to wipe out as much as possible. I want something like relatively straightforward. Because we haven't done that yet. And I was just toying between that or the Hive, Devouring Swarm. But I've already played that on my own time, like last year. I know it's very different now. But I quite fancy doing the machines from the start. So we're doing that. God, my plan was like, well, what do I do if like at 10 o'clock we finish this game? Do I start the new one? I was thinking we would just go through and it's like... Biohive is the hardest of the 3 exterminators. Well, it depends what you did actually. I thought... I don't know what difficulty we added on and stuff, right? because this was a year ago, very different. But I had... It all depends on your thing. So the thing that I think that stacks it in my favour, I had... My guys were extremely adaptive and rapid breeders. So I could just basically colonise any planet. I guess this is the... whatchamacallit, any planet, and my population just went through the roof way quicker than everybody else. So I could basically colonize any planet. And then of course I think it's changed since Armageddon, but back then when you ate pops, your growth went up even higher. So and you know, if you got lots of population, it's just like it got kind of ridiculous. Yeah, massively snowballing. But I think that was as much to do with the combination of what I'd already gone for. Anyway, we have detected... This is gonna... I knew this was gonna happen. It's Sod's Law, isn't it? It's like... bloody... yeah. In the middle of this other war. We have detected a very faint tachyon... tachyon particles. Signal being continuously transmitted across the entire galaxy. Our technicians are unable to trace the signal to its source, and is being bounced between several hidden relay stations. Aside from adding a small amount of background noise in FTL transmissions on certain subspace frequencies, the signal does not seem to have any apparent effect. Efforts to track the relay stations are underway, but until then we may simply have to learn to live with the ghost signal, and it has been dubbed by the more imaginative elements of galactic media. Now, the odds were huge for considering have some time to prepare. Yeah, so I don't... No spoilers, please. I don't know exactly what happens. Okay, I'll try and work it out myself. Like I say, I've never done this before. I know you actually made that comment probably before I said no spoilers, please. But yeah, I haven't done it before, so I'd rather at least have the initial stages sorted myself. But one of the things I do want to say, and this crops up, ignore me, we'll work it out. As soon as we see them, we'll actually, like, I'll rejig ourselves. Although we've got this warp, we need to really finish this warp quick then. But what I was going to say, and I found this a few times in Stellaris, the people in my empire, you get the feeling they haven't watched much sci-fi programming. They don't create them much, because it's like, oh yeah, it's just going to be a little segment in the corner. Nope. Even without knowing there's an endgame crisis and stuff, you know there's got to be something, right?
Situation log updated.
There's been a few situations where stuff like that's cropped up. And it's like, oh, it's like this film. It's like you feel like, I don't know, even if anything like this happens to us, it's like, oh god, it's going to be like in the Terminator or Arrival or whatever. There's going to have been a film for that situation. I always click on the context situation. I always get them mixed up. Alright, well, I've no idea where they're going to come from. So, there's not much preparing to do. We've already been preparing and waiting for like ever. So our main preparation is going to be, let's finish this war as soon as we possibly can. I'm going to jump to catch you. Otherwise, you might spend ages catching up. Like people in zombie movies don't know about zombies, yeah. But then it's like, you know, I guess a chance of anything happening in real life. Oh, these guys are at peace now. Oh! Oh! That's changed somewhat. Just taking 4 systems. Oh, well, we've taken that one as well. I guess we need to take the actual planets though, won't we? Fine, so with that in mind, let's get you to jump over here. God, we've invaded these planets a few times, haven't we? Right, you're here. I think, like, we've invaded... Oh? I'm now being hosted by Combat Bunny for 22 viewers. I like that name, especially the fact that it's spelled Bunny. Ah, thank you very much. That's greatly appreciated. With up to 22 viewers. I don't know what it means by up to 22 viewers. I can understand with a raid, you actually move your entire chat. Hey, Combat Bunny. Thank you very much for the host. It's greatly appreciated. Having a good... Oh, God. I've noticed it before, actually. Like, I think I was talking about this a little bit earlier. When I first started streaming, I did a lot of late night streams. Just because that's kind of how I play games often. I get into that stage of, like, just staying up and playing. And then, I'm not sure, might mean some might not jump over, I guess. Oh, no, that's cool. It's appreciated. I know raids, you kind of bring everybody over. I've never actually done it myself. I never really had the amount of people what I thought was a good idea. But I noticed before, you can get some good numbers around this kind of time. I guess it's a good time for... I'm guessing you're largely Americans, is my assumption. But I've noticed that before this time of night, but kind of like for my own health, I try not to stream this late. Not good for me. Neither should I. Oh, you can't go around here. I literally, like, somebody else hosted me a little while ago, and it's like, oh, cool. This is quite a lot of viewers for me anyway. It's showing me as 9 at the moment. But, so it's like, it was only like 10 minutes ago, so, well, I suppose I should introduce myself. I'm Jim, and this is Barely Competent Gaming. Loads of information down below. Stuff on YouTube. You can catch up. Blah, 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 blah. Any questions, just ask.